Hello everyone and welcome to the off-season episode. So last episode yesterday, we played the Dallas Cowboys and won the Super Bowl. And today we're going through the off-season and trying to repeat. If you want to watch the stream in full, you can press the card in the top right part of your screen. And of course, as always, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I hope you enjoy the off-season episode. The 2025 season recap. Fourth Super Bowl ring for the Las Vegas Raiders. And actually, Super Bowl MVP is Kelvin Joseph. So, I mean, some real... we went the wrong way here. So, some real Malcolm Smith vibes here for Super Bowl MVP. So, I'm shocked by that. I thought it'd be Jacobs or at the very least, Hobbs. Let's take a look at the awards. So, Patrick Mahomes... saw the year he had. He's MVP. We got Coach of the Year. Travis Kelce won Offensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Jared Polite, Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Of course, Marcus McLaughlin. We'll take a look at everybody's season. Go here. Let's start with our guy. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now Superstar Developments, Marcus McLaughlin. And, I mean, he's up to an 83 Superstar. He's actually technically an 81. He's only 24 years old. 57 tackles, 5 for a loss, 2.5 sacks, 6 interceptions, 4 pass breakups to go along with it. I believe he house called one. He did. All right, let's go to Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. The season he had, oh my! I watched every single game, and it felt like every single game he would have 400 yards. He didn't exactly have that. He only had 392 yards a game. He did have one under 300, but 66 80 yards. That's an NFL record. 54 touchdowns to only 18 interceptions. That's on 774 pass attempts. Actually, if we do the math, he played all 17 games. Obviously, that's about 45 and a half pass attempts a game. Also in there, this season against Tennessee, I believe it was. We'll go the other way. Tennessee, yes, an NFL record, 568 yards, including a game where he had 6 touchdowns on 81% completion percentage. That's a perfect passer rating. Just, I mean, average Patrick Mahomes game. Look at this. I mean, he had actually, 2 of the playoff games he was under 300, but Washington was the only regular season game he was under 300 yards passing. 318 the next lowest. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, including 2 over 500, 9 over 400. And he did have a 5 interception game against Buffalo in the win in the regular season. That's funny to me. That's Madden for you. They pass a lot. There's nothing really we can do to fix it. Next is going to be Travis Kelce. He led all tight ends. I believe he was second to Justin Jefferson in receiving yards. I don't think he really had an outlier type game, but 126 catches, 1667 yards, 18 touchdowns with 526 after the catch. Only a long 42, which is absurd to me. So he was just really consistent, catching everything. And then there's the rookie, Jared Polite, in his rookie campaign, 86 catches for 1,239 yards and 12 touchdowns with a long of 70. I believe that was against Buffalo in the regular season game. That was a screen pass he housed on like the first touchdown. You ask me why I remember a game from, I think, 2 months ago. I don't know. But, this is how invested I am in the series. But he had an outstanding rookie year. Again, I don't think there was an outlier year. He actually didn't start the first game. I know it says 17 games played, but I don't think he played against us in the opener. All right, next, let's go. I believe now it's just Micah Parsons is the last one to get Defensive Player of the Year. And Micah Parsons, NFL record, 26 sacks, unless he said it again and I wasn't paying attention. 81 tackles, 31 tackles for loss. I believe that's an NFL record. PBU to go along with it, and no touchdowns, no safeties, none of that stuff, but 26 sacks for the 99 overall, 27-year-old defensive end out of Penn State. He broke it last year with 24. Okay, but the real big one was against Denver in the regular season, Week 5. He had 8 sacks, which is an NFL record. 10 tackles for loss, which is an NFL record as well. Just a monster game. Again, he had 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, a forced fumble that turned into a takeaway in the Super Bowl against us. Just a monster. I mean, look at I put the graphic up and making it all the graphics. It's just was absurd to me. I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. I believe I put 10 games with multiple sacks, but it might have just put 8 games with 2 or more sacks, which is absurd. I know for a fact I did 10 games with multiple sacks. That's absurd on its own, but if you look at 3 sacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games of, I believe he played 20 games this year. It's not going to show. It's 17 regular season and the 4 playoff games, so 5 of 21 actually. Just with 3 or more sacks, including 2 of those were in the playoffs. One against Philly and one against us, obviously. He had multiple sacks in 3 of the 4 playoff games he played. One of the greatest defensive end seasons ever, and that's, I mean, a lot of it is because we played the NFC East this year, so we saw the Cowboys 4 times. So hopefully he won't be as absurd next year, but you never know. Let's take a look at retirements real quick. And again, if you want detail like all the players, go ahead and watch the stream. There's just going to be just some of the players, like Robbie Gould, Bobby Wagner after 14 years. Let's take a look at players. First, we're going to upgrade our players, and he will get an improviser. He's 86 overall now. Going to be in his third year. Is going to hit that Morale. He's going to hit 99. Best edge in the game, obviously. At least with us. I mean, Cedric Westbrook. The most integral piece of our Super Bowl run. Definitely didn't learn of his existence on the squad 10 seconds ago. I'm assuming he's a rookie. Oh, third-year player. I like that. Nate Hobbs is going to get to an 87. Thing with Hobbs now is you got to be a little more cautious of his age. He's only 27, so he's not going to fall off the deep end yet. You got universal coverage. You got an X Factor. You didn't have that before. Tyree Wilson also got an X Factor. Going to become an 85. And he gets an ability with that. It's Secure Tackler. I think that's fine, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be too overpowered with abilities. I kind of want to be overpowered with abilities because I think it's, kind of fun, but probably best I am. Jermichael Barnes up to an 83. And he does not have abilities. He's only star. David Hart up to a 76. Good slot receiver, although I really only target... I'll show you the distribution of yardage. Jermaine Illuminor up to a 75. Matthew Butler to a 70. Maury Burney. I'm not really going over the specific attributes. I should probably do that, shouldn't I? I spend more time on it when all these players. I don't care. Honestly. Alright, so re-signing players. With Cole, I'm fine with just giving him 7 years and just forgetting about it. Pretty much for eternity. Jacoby Myers has been awesome. He wants 3 years. They'll get him to his age 32 season. Decent cap hits. Yeah, that's fine. Does he want that? Yep. Colton Miller, I think, is a must-have. They'll get him to his age 32 season. I'm more inclined to get him till he's 34. Is you okay with that? Yes. Tyree Wilson, I think, is no brainer. He's going to get his options accepted. Yeah, I think we let all 3 test the market. Matthew Butler, I think, is a guy we let test the market. Illuminor, that's a cheap 1-year deal that I think we can stomach if he's not a starter. Even though he's not even on the squad. Jimmy Garoppolo is down to a 69, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's go to free agency. That's pretty much going to be our signings. And then we can look to make a splash or something else. But we will go Cade York since he has interest in the squad. He will be here for 7 years. And we are done with kicker for eternity. I think Ezra Cleveland. Yeah, he's 2 years. That'll get him to his age 30 season when he can test then. And yep, he's on the squad. John Runyon, I think he wants a 2-year or 1-year deal, so that'll get him to his 30 season. 1-year stopgap at right guard. I think I'm making the splash at David Andrews. I'm going to bump up the money a little bit, make 11 mil cap hit, but he's going to be a little more interested. And yeah, I think like that as an interior. Yeah, and we can look at defensive line, always looking improved defensive line. Yeah, we'll do that. That should pretty much take us through free agency. Turn on the bonus to tad, and then we can eval offers. We're only going to target these 5 guys today, or for this week. So if we don't get them, we don't get them. We got 4 of the 5. We did not get the center, but that's fine. Is Cushingberry getting offers? I think we can get him for a 2-year deal, get him to his age 30 season. Yeah, that's actually, we'll get Cushingberry back. So there we go. That's free agency for you. We got $9 million left in cap space. I think that's fine. It's going to be John Runyon at right guard, Cade York at kicker, Lloyd Cushingberry at center, Ezra Cleveland at left guard, and Ali McNeil at defensive tackle. Those are going to be our free agency, pretty much. I think that's a strong free agency for us for trying to repeat contenders. We'll go to the week and just look at the team before we go into the draft. So yeah, very similar offensive line. We got better at right guard. Again, probably looking in the interior. Probably in the interior early on. I really have this. I think this is the first. I think it's the first series I have not spent a high draft pick on a offensive lineman, because I really believe in building the offensive line. Or building the offensive line, then going through. This seems pretty talented in Madden, so I don't know. Again, defensive line too. I actually have spent a lot of resources on defensive line, but yeah. I mean, I'm shocked. Whatever. So let's get right into the NFL draft for 2026, and we'll go through in the stream. We'll go through the top 32 picks. But other than that, I'll show you the number 1 pick here in the video, and then all our picks after that. So with the first pick, the Cleveland Browns have selected Martin Fells, left end out of West Virginia. And let's select our guy, and let's see. No, they didn't have it right. It reset my program. That's great. Take a look at him. Interior offensive line. Alex Patton was the guy we were projected to get. He actually looks like a baller, and he's going to be the long-term replacement of, what's his name? Oh my God, I forgot his name. Lloyd Cushingberry. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. But yeah, no, he's the pick. He looks outstanding. I mean, the awareness might be bad. The pass blocking is maybe to be desired, but we don't know. He might not be able to stay on the field. But injury's never really been a problem. Looks like, I mean, he can't really handle finesse well. But, you know what? With the 19th pick, your Las Vegas Raiders select Alex Patton, center, out of Oregon State. He is hidden developments. And that's a great start to the draft. Let's go. We are done until pick 4th round. That's right. I traded up basically for the 2 first-rounders last year for Marcus McLaughlin and Jermichael Barnes. I want to look at a right tackle, more like a Luminor Insurance or building blocks for the future. Let's get no game sound. I just realized. D3 talent. He doesn't look good. I look at left tackles as well. Nothing. Is there a guard prospect that may be worth taking? Actually, Bobby Graham looks good for a potential UDFA, but I don't want to touch potential UDFAs. Jalen Irving can't pass block, but he can run block, perhaps. Brett Reed might be better, though. Take a look at Brett Reed. Let's take a look at his physicals. Has a motor that runs to the whistle, lacks discipline. So he's probably going to get a lot of holding calls. 38 reps. So really good strength. Best in the class, really. Decent athleticism outside of that with a 40 yards. Around the lower half of top 10. Top 3 convert. Broad jump was wildly different. 3-cone, really good for right guards. I think, yeah. I need a draft where we go pretty much all offensive line. Or not really all offensive line, but we got to focus on some offensive line. Potential right guard of the future, Brett Reed. Right guard out of Arizona State's normal developments. It looks decent. I don't know. It's a 4th round pick. I think realistically with where our draft was, I think really only expect one starter this draft. So let's go to the end of the 5th round. Get the next DJ Wilford, the next Dan Polly. Just keep churning those. I don't like any of these guys though, unfortunately. Pass coverage. Marcus Kerr. Went to William and Mary. Physical player. So you got big hitter, savvy defender. I had a motor, strips the ball. We'll get penalties, so I'm assuming he'll get some roughing the passers, but he's not going to be rushing the passer a lot. Has a spin move, has a counter move. So he has decent stuff. He's decent athleticism. He's actually pretty fast. 4.66 or 4.63. Decent strength, not really good, but elite change of direction, too. All right. I think our 5th round pick, with 32nd pick of the 5th round, we're taking Marcus Kerr out of William and Mary, outside linebacker, hidden dev. He might be the replacement to Dan Polly, or maybe we get cute and maybe get rid of Divine Diablo and go with a young linebacker core. But hidden development, we're going to want to get him on the field early and often and do the drills with him, too. Next pick. Last pick of the 6th. I think now is usually when I take like that flyer on a wide receiver or a running back. Let's take a running back. Ideally, a guy who can catch. We're going to need a guy to back up Molden and Jacobs. This is the 6th round anyway. This is where you want to get a running back. Maybe not. Maybe a backup tight end too. Actually, this guy, Brendan Davis. Decent stats. Good discipline. Good after the catch. Avoids big hits. Has spec catch. Fights for every inch. Will make sideline catches. But will drop wide open passes. He won't be our primary tight end. He has really good athleticism, too. I don't know why he's a potential UDFA. So with the last pick of the 6th round, we're taking Brendan Davis, tight end out of Louisville. And he's in development. Okay, this is an insane draft. Okay. We got 3 hidden development players, and we really only have 4 picks. We have 5 picks, really. We've made 4 picks so far. Last pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. We'll take a running back. Or do we take the next Brock Purdy? That'd be funny. Running back, Chester Sims is still here. Really all I'm looking for, a guy who can catch. So Chester Sims might be that guy. Physicals, not that good. 4.5 speed, maybe not Chester Sims. Do we take a fullback? We have Jakob Johnson. I want to take a fullback, though. It's a waste of a draft pick. I mean, it's the last pick of the draft, but still, I don't want to waste picks for the sake of wasting them. DeAndre Hunley looks decent. If he has good athleticism, we'll draft him. 4.59, which is worse than the other guy we looked at Chester Sims. But he's got power. And he might be like a Thunder. He fell off a cliff. But yeah. Last pick of the draft, we are taking DeAndre Hunley, running back out of UAB. Who knows what development he is. I'm assuming it's normal. Also didn't look at the traits. Yeah, he is normal. So that's the draft. We selected 5 players. Again, we traded up twice. So Alex Paxton, our first round pick, 74 overall center with hidden development. He's going to be starting immediately. He's going to provide. He's going to be. The bad. He's going to start immediately. In front of our guy Lloyd Cushenberry, and yeah, these are immediately started. Brett Reed. I think this is the worst pick of the draft, unfortunately for him. But, yeah, whatever. It happens. Next was, you guys don't really have high overalls, but they have hidden development, so I'm looking to develop these guys. Marcus Kerr, only 23 years old, so I doubt he's going to really develop with us, but he's also going to go to Mike linebacker, so he might increase in overall. because he's not an edge rusher in our scheme. And yeah, he's still 60. Brendan Davis, tight ends. Again, he's yeah. I don't think he's playing unless he has superstar. Other than that, DeAndre Hundley, yeah. So decent. It's a good draft class. I mean, we got a starter, and we only had one pick on the first 2 days. So, I mean, that's a successful draft. So we'll head to preseason. Yeah, let's play the preseason game against Detroit. Your Detroit Lions. We'll set the players up, but yeah. I believe I have everything still default playbooks. Throw on the outside is caught by Gibbs, and he's going to lose a yard. Divine Daboll. I'm bad about that, man. Another throw. This time over the middle. He's got it to Jamison Williams. Get to these sets. I like to usually nose tackle. That's pretty cheesy. Smith's got all day over the middle. Starks has it. Down about half-yard shy. Fullback dive to Griffey. And the fullback, Griffey, has a yard and the first down. Second down and 10. And he played to Starks. Shrugs off one. Fights for 9. Smith's got the outside broken up for Fant. That's McLaughlin, the rookie of the year. Kick is on his way, and it is good. We're helping Detroit Lions. Medlock on first down. Is sacked by Hutchinson. 4-man rush. And Hutchinson again! The loss of 2. He got 2 sacks that drive, and it's 3 outs. 11th play of offense for the Lions. Be a screen here for Gibbs. He breaks 1, cuts it back. Hobbs the tackle short. And it's 4th down to 3 and outs. And a throw by Medlock is sacked immediately by Farrell. I believe it's Cleveland Farrell. And the pass is caught! Great grab there for 16 as Brendan Davis, first NFL grab. Good blocking for Jacobs, and he explodes for 8 and a first down. Medlock all day, scanning, running, sliding for 8 and a first down. Window picked off, jumped by Malcolm Rodriguez, and Rodriguez has got a chance. Tucker chasing Malcolm Rodriguez for the house, touchdown. Medlock escaping, flipping last second, wide open as Dawson cuts inside to the 45. And we'll complete this drive with the backups, and that will be it. Tucker's out there, 82, I don't remember. Play action. All day for O'Connell. Check it down late. Caught by Molden. The receiving back for 9. Screen it. Molden has it. Cuts it. Bosses blockers, and there he goes. Otis Molden for 6. Touchdown Raiders. 46 yards for the Lions. Pass over the middle is dropped by Laporta. Christopher Smith, the coverage. Raiders. O'Connell wants it all for Tucker. He's got it! Down to the 39! O'Connell all day in the pocket. And will run, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more. Inside the 20, out of bounds to the 14. 25, a late hit by Campbell to a flag. God bless this game. Has hit the deck, but a flag is down. And it's on Detroit. Flag is on Jack Campbell. O'Connell. Cross his body. Touchdown! You got to force feed. It's Brendan Davis. First NFL touchdown. Pass over the middle to Laporta. Has got it. First down. Counter run to Gibbs. Good play for a loss of 4. Roberson, the final tackle for loss. Will throw. Downfield. Shot is broken up. Good hit by Christopher Smith. The second. And it's 4th down. And start with a fade. Downfield. Caught. To the 37 for 30 yards. Chad Dalton has it. 2nd and 2. flare out there to Tucker. Makes one miss, and there he goes. Cuts inside again and down to the 37. 4 rushing. O'Connell sacked back at the 37 by Bryan. And good. Down the middle. Run outside to Gibbs. And a broken tackle, and there goes Gibbs. And Smith has him with a pickup of 15 at all. Pass off the fingertips of Gibbs. Pass is caught to the 18. There's a quick snap and a sack. Bryan for a loss of 7, his second sack today. Play fake. Downfield wide open, and Hewitt down to the 14. Pressure almost picked up. The pass is caught, but short. Joseph, the Super Bowl MVP, stopped Herbert. And on 4th, this is unrealistic. Imagine Dan Campbell on a 4th and inches kicking. Greg Joseph, chip shot here, and it's good. 11 seconds here, and the ball is on the ground. This might be 6. And Foster returns it. And the half is over, 20-17. That's going to be the half. Okay. So 8 players. Mitch Dawson, yeah, you're gone. Sorry. Bradley Walden. Sure, I'm assuming, I don't know how you got on the team. Will Whitaker, I don't know how you got on the team. Keith Terrell. Ray Levens. Get out of here. Chad Dalton, Thad Morris. Thad Morris is not. He's definitely not going. 4 running backs. I think Britton Anderson, honestly, can go. We'll keep 4 running backs. Tight ends, we have 3 correct. Yes, sir. I just want to see corners and wide receivers. I just want 6, so we will practice squad him. We'll keep the 6 corners. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 receivers is good, but I want that as that. So Fletcher is gone. Priester is gone. And then we can figure out lines. So we have 1 tackle, 1 left guard, 3 centers. I think Malone can switch to a guard spot. I think, yeah, this guy's gone. All right, that's the team. We'll go over the each of the team, and then we'll go over the schedule. I can see who we're facing off against to start, too. All right. Take a look at our lineup. So Mike Medlock starting at quarterback, obviously. We got Josh Jacobs at running back, Devontae Adams, David Hart, Jacoby Myers at receiver, Michael Mayer, the tight end, Illuminor, running Paxton Cleveland Miller, the line right to left. And then on the defensive side of the ball, it's harder to see without the specialist. That's how really you're supposed to view defense in this game, but whatever. Defensive line is going to be Crosby, Wilson, Armstead, and Roberson. Linebackers, Diablo Poly. We're going to mix in Michael Kerr. I already forgot his name. I'm bad with names. Marcus Kerr, in as much as possible. He's about to get his breakout, or his depths anyway. Secondary, Jamichael Barnes, Nate Hobbs, Marcus McLaughlin. And the safeties, Grant Delpit, Trayvon Morig. And then, of course, our kicker, Cade York, our punter, A.J. Cole, and our returner, Thad Morris. And then here's the practice squad. They'll get filled up eventually. And let's take a look at the schedule. League schedule, or just the team schedule. So, we will, with week 1, we will face the Kansas City Chiefs to open the season. Week 2, we will face the Cardinals. Week 3, a Monday night game against Houston. Week 4, at LA. Week 5, against the Jets. Week 6, Sunday night against San Francisco. Week 7, at the Rams. Week 8, a Monday night game against Kansas City. Week 9, at Denver. We have a bye week 10, so a later bye. Week 11, at Miami. Week 12, versus the Chargers. Week 13, versus the Broncos. Week 14, at Cincy. Week 15, at Buffalo. Week 16, a Monday night against Seattle. Week 17, against New England. Week 18, a Sunday night football game against the Atlanta Falcons. So that's about everything here in the offseason. You see the team, got all the upgrades, the draft, the free agency. Finally, let's wrap things up going over Week 1 NFL action. Starts the season with Thursday Night Football, where we face The Kansas City Chiefs, the Sunday slate of games, kicks off with Eagles, Titans, Falcons, Steelers, Ravens, Panthers, Niners, Giants, Buccaneers, Lions, Jags, Texans, Browns, Colts, Commanders, Cowboys, Rams, Patriots, Seahawks, Cardinals, Packers, Bills, Dolphins, Broncos, Bengals, Saints on Sunday night. On Monday night, a doubleheader, Vikings, Bears, and finally, Jets, Chargers. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time when we face tomorrow the Kansas City Chiefs. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow is going to be the recap of tonight's stream on Tuesday. And then tomorrow, on Wednesday, week 1 against Kansas City. I'm very excited to start season 4. Again, this is the longest franchise I have done, I think by far. I think the next... Actually, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the longest playlist I've done. Close out some of these. All right, so longest franchise playlists I have. Obviously, this one's 62 episodes after this is up. And then, actually, still not the longest. It is the second longest, still to the Giants, which is 66 episodes. But 61 here or 62 for the Raiders. 15 for the Texans. What's next? 29 for the Lions, 12 for the Bengals. I'm very excited. So, 2 long franchises. I'm excited. Again, can't wait to start season 4. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow for the recap. And on Wednesday for week 1. And please, take care.